Hi, welcome to this next episode of Backyard Warrior. And there might be a bit of wind sound, it's dropped down right now, but you might have a bit of that later on, but that's what we have in early summer in Napier, New Zealand. And I've got Caleb with me, and we're going to be doing the punch. And the punch is very much quite different from other sorts. It's there to take down people's aggression. So if you think of a bell, something like that, and you hit the bell, it just gongs around. When you hit a punch guy like that, the way we're doing, nice and soft, it just starts to resonate within them, and they start to think, gee, what's happening? Another thing with this punch, I've talked with women about it, and particularly many of them who are mothers, and one old grandmother once, I talked to her, said, are there two ways of hitting a child? One of them to hurt the child, and the other one is to get it out of the way. She said, yes, there is. And she'd been brought up in a farm, farming family and so forth, and she was in our kitchen, she was our cook, and she said it's like this, and she just went and she says, get out of the way. And it was a beautiful, it was much more than a push, it was actually a hit, but in such a way that the child would not get upset as they would if someone was going to slap them to hurt them. It just had them thinking. So it just seems to come naturally to I've talked with a lot of mothers, they say yes, they know the difference. And the third one is, and I'll put it in the notes below if you have a look at it, is what they call the cradle. Somebody's, not Darwin's cradle thing. It'll come to me, it'll go in the notes. And if you ever think of those 4 or 5 balls on the end of string, and you have them there, and one of them you pull out that hits, and the balls don't move except this one moves off the other side. Well, I'll put 1 or 2 links to that, because that's the energy going in and going through, and this is the way we do it. So basically we'll have Caleb coming in on this. What we teach is just say with an arm, you're not going to get tense at all. In fact, I had my brother once, and he just did this naturally. He was a builder, and he just came down. I said, you know how you hit a nail with a hammer? And he said, yeah, he did. And it's not tense at all, it's not through the arm, it's just you drop the hammer into the nail. And all the energy just goes into it. So you just watch, this is the way the punch goes. You see, very little. You see how he's moving. Boom. Very little. There's nothing. I mean, you can hear it. But what am I doing? It's just that. And all it is that going forward. And we'll have Caleb can take over doing a few on me. And it took me about 4 months. Yeah, just keep them coming, keep them coming. It took about 4 months for me to get this, and Caleb was doing it too. And you see, he's not cocking, he's not pulling back, it's just boom, coming from wherever his hand is, doesn't matter, it's just going in, back way. We'll do a bit of that also in another video. So Caleb, please, talk to them.
Punch, we want a nice loose but firm wrist, and it's just going to flow through, as if you're doing a stroke, doing freestyle, it's just coming through. It's all just one movement, there's no pause, there's no twisting into it, it's just the singular arm moving through. Energy hits in, you're not jarring your wrist back straight away, your arm back straight away, you're just putting it in, coming back, and then doing the next strike. And that's how we punch.
You had something else about the old...
Yes, the key idea is that we want to place. So say we're targeting the chest, we're placing our punch and we're pushing through at the most basic level. So the strike's coming in, it's being placed, and the energy's going through, just like those balls that swing together. Then as you go on, that's when it all comes together as one fluid option rather than just placing and pushing them.
Right, so to complete this little segment on it, to get moving that way, is 2 or 3 ones to look at. Very particular little one here is just like from there into the stomach, and it's though you've got a ramrod, and just think that this is hardly moving. You get it relaxed. If you're going to use energy into it, just flow there, just push the energy down, don't go tense, just go relaxed. Where you need it, as said, of course, is here, a well-formed fist, but of course obviously with any punching it's got to keep straight. This is like the head of the hammer. This is it. This has to be tense, otherwise you're just going to hurt yourself. So that's that one there. And just learning to do it. Another one is beauty, just easy for learning, is with the side of the hand coming down like a hammer. So see, just relaxed, And the third one is, and it's a little more complicated, but it's the long shot, is what you do it is you just lift your arm slightly, you get your elbow up, and then the fist in. Boom. So that's the one sort of for at a distance. Now you notice I'm doing this without any movement of other parts of my body, because when you're in a street fight you might have to just move straight from that person. While you see where he is, you're taking on the next person over here. That's one of the reasons. The other reason is you actually don't need to. Sorry. Okay, we'll leave that there. Thank you very much.